This is the English we speak with me, Jiaying.
And me, Rob. In English, we have many ways of saying we refuse to do something. The expression hard pass means we really don't want to do it.
Hard pass. Sometimes we might pass on doing something, meaning we politely say no, but a hard pass is stronger.
It certainly is. It's a firm rejection and means you're not going to change your mind. You are certain.
Like going for a lovely long walk in the rain. Would you do that?
Oh, I'd give that a hard pass. I'd rather go to the cinema on a rainy day. Would you like to come with me?
I think I'll give that a hard pass, thanks. I hate going to the cinema during the day. It's such a waste of daylight time. But how about some examples instead?
Sure. There's no hard pass on learning this expression.
I asked her out for dinner last night, but she gave me a hard pass. Go for a cold water swim? I think I'll give that a hard pass. I'm giving our holiday plans a hard pass. I can't afford it.
In this episode of The English We Speak, we're talking about the expression hard pass. We can say it when we're certain we don't want to do something and we're not going to change our mind.
This noun phrase is slang. Formally, we would just say no thank you. But with friends, we can reject their ideas by giving it a hard pass. The verb we use with it is give. Give something a hard pass. And Jiaying, you've given going to the cinema with me a hard pass. Are you sure I can't change your mind? How about if I buy the popcorn?
No, Rob, I'm certain. I'm going for a nice walk in the sunshine.
Oh, okay. That's a hard pass from you. Bye-bye. Welcome to the English We Speak. I'm Rob and I'm live here with the hero of the day, Fei-Fei.
Thanks, Rob. Hello, everyone.
Now, let's talk about that fantastic performance. BBC Learning English FC were 2 goals down and then you came along and scored 3 times in the last 10 minutes. How do you feel?
Well, it was really all down to the team. I was just the right person in the right place today.
A very modest answer, but the crowd are going wild about you. Just listen. It's fair to say, Fei-Fei, you played a blinder.
Just doing my job. Though as a proud BBC Learning English FC player, there's one thing I would like to say to the audience.
Of course, go ahead.
I'd like to explain that phrase you used, to play a blinder. To play a blinder is a phrase used to describe an amazing display of skill, usually in sports, but also in other areas in life.
Yes, not only did you play a blinder in the football game today, Fei-Fei, you played a blinder with that definition. Listen to the crowd.
I'd like to add a little more, Rob. Why do we use the word blinder? Well, imagine you're watching a dazzling performance. Something so good it seems to shine brightly. The idea is that it's so shiny, so dazzling, it could cause someone watching to go blind.
Oh, like looking at the sun. Thankfully, it's just an expression. If you're watching or listening to this show, we're sure your eyesight won't be affected. Let's have some more examples.
Teresa played a blinder today in the final. What a simply amazing performance on the tennis court.
Did you see Mexico beating Germany in the World Cup? Mexican forward Irving Lozano played an absolute blinder.
Darren, what an awesome presentation. You played a blinder. I'm pretty sure we've just won some new clients.
You're listening to the English We Speak from BBC Learning English. Please notice that in the last example, we weren't talking about sport. You can also play a blinder in a work or business context, or anything that involves skill and performance.
Well, Rob, I think we've both played a blinder today.
Thank you. Which reminds me, hang on a second. Let's bring back the cheering crowd.
I love it. Wouldn't it be great if we could have people cheering us just like that in real life?
And wouldn't it be fantastic if, in real life, you were actually good at football?
Hey, come on, we both know I played a blinder, at least in the programme.
Okay. Bye.
Hello and welcome to the English We Speak with me, Jiaying.
And me, Neil.
You look rather excited, Neil.
Of course I am. The Football World Cup is about to start. Excitement has reached fever pitch.
Well, that doesn't sound very good. The last thing we need at the World Cup is fever on the pitch.
Don't worry, Jiaying. There's no actual fever on the football pitch. No one is ill. Fever pitch is just an expression that means there are high levels of excitement.
Thank goodness for that. Let's hear some examples.
I was at the school sports day and excitement was at fever pitch. The kids were going crazy supporting their classmates. Criticism of the company CEO was at fever pitch. The staff were really unhappy. Anger reached fever pitch after the referee said it wasn't a goal.
This is the English We Speak from BBC Learning English. We're talking about the expression fever pitch, which means a state of high emotion.
As you heard in the examples, it's not just excitement that can be at fever pitch. It can be any strong emotion, such as anger or criticism.
That's right. And we often use it with reach or the verb to be plus at. So, excitement reached fever pitch or anger was at fever pitch.
And one last point, it's not really a football expression, but because it contains the word pitch, it's often used when describing football. Right, can I carry on getting excited about the World Cup now?
Yes, and if England or Wales do well, excitement really will be at fever pitch in the UK. Bye!
Bye.
Hello and welcome to the English We Speak with me, Jiaying.
And hello, I'm Rob.
Rob, are you excited about the big football match this weekend?
Oh, I am, especially as my team, Manchester Pool FC United, are playing. They've had a great season, so they should win.
So, Rob, you think they'll win hands down?
Well, they are very good, but they won't be playing with their hands, just their feet. Otherwise, it'll be handball.
I know, Rob. If we say someone will win hands down, it means they will win easily or decisively. So, if your team are as good as you say they are, there is nothing to worry about. Good luck anyway.
It's not about luck, it's about skill, and my team has lots of it.
If you say so, Rob. Let's have some examples of win hands down, shall we?
Yes.
After all the training you've done, you'll win the race hands down. The competition was tough, but in the end, you won the chess tournament hands down. We've prepared very well, so we should win the match hands down.
This is the English We Speak from BBC Learning English. We're learning about the phrase to win hands down, which means to win easily. And Rob, hopefully your team will win hands down this weekend.
Yes, but without using any hands.
But hold on, have you heard? Your main player has twisted his ankle. He's out of the game.
No way. I was hoping he'd score a few goals. Maybe we won't win hands down after all. What can we say instead?
There are lots of win-related phrases, but the most suitable one for now is you win some, you lose some.
Well, I still hope this time we win.
Hello and welcome to the English We Speak. You are Rob.
And you are Fei-Fei. And if I may say so, what a great presenter you are.
Oh, thank you very much.
You're welcome. And you are so talented. I don't think you need me here to present this programme.
Why is Rob being so nice to me?
So perhaps I could go now and you just carry on by yourself.
Oh, hold on. I know the score.
What? You know the score already? But the match doesn't start for another 30 minutes.
What are you talking about? I just meant I know what you're trying to do. If we say we know the score, it means we understand the situation well, or we know what is really going on. Let's hear some examples of this phrase.
You know the score. You can't leave work until you've finished all your tasks. I think she knew the score. She didn't have the right grades to get into university. We know the score. Money is tight, so we won't be getting a bonus this year.
In this program from BBC Learning English, we're using the phrase know the score, which means we understand the situation or we know what is really going on. It has nothing to do with football. And Rob, I know the score with you. You want me to finish this program on my own so you can leave early.
Yeah, it's true, Feifei. I do need to be somewhere.
And this has got something to do with football.
Yes, it has. I have a ticket to see my favourite team play, and the match starts in half an hour. So if I could just...
Sorry, Rob. No. I've got a ticket to the theatre and the show starts soon, so I need to go now as well. See you tomorrow.
Oh. Bye, Feifei. Now I know the score. She gets to leave early, and I don't.
Hello and welcome to the English We Speak. I'm Feifei.
And I'm Neil. Have you ever tried to avoid doing something because it looks unappealing, risky, or even dangerous? Well, here is a phrase you can use to describe your actions. It's run for the hills.
Run for the hills. We're not really going to run. It sounds like a long way.
Well, don't take it literally. Of course, this phrase is metaphorical, but the meaning is connected to avoiding a situation by a big distance. If you tell someone to run for the hills, you are warning them to keep away from the situation.
And by saying run implies moving quickly.
Yes, we're saying quickly avoid the situation, but it also means you're unwilling to do something. It's what I did when our boss said he was looking for a volunteer to do some extra filing. I ran for the hills.
I did the same, and I ran for the hills when Julia suggested having lunch together. She's so boring.
Oh, yeah. Good example, Feifei. And here are some more.
When my friend suggested investing in his own company, I ran for the hills.
When our relationship became toxic, I ran for the hills.
Marco asked me to babysit for him. I ran for the hills.
In this, the English We Speak, we're learning about the phrase run for the hills, which is something you say about situations you really want to avoid.
It can be used when talking about a serious event like a natural disaster, when you are warning people to evacuate, go somewhere safe, and literally run for the hills. But in everyday use, it's informal and sometimes humorous.
Like running for the hills to avoid having lunch with Julia. And I think we should run for the hills now, Neil.
Why's that?
I can see the boss coming, and no doubt he'll want one of us to do that extra filing.
Oh yeah, let's run. Bye.
Bye.
Welcome to the English We Speak with me, Beth.
And me, Jiaying.
We're going to look at an expression that is all about doing hard work with your brain. Mental gymnastics.
Mental gymnastics. So, gymnastics, that's showing off your flexibility and strength doing different exercises with bars and ropes and other equipment. But what are mental gymnastics?
Well, it can be the effort we spend trying to work out something difficult. This weekend, I need to go to 3 different places at more or less the same time, and I'm doing mental gymnastics to try to find a way I can do it.
So, you're thinking about the different possibilities and coming up with a plan. That's mental gymnastics.
Yes, because my brain has got to do a lot of hard work.
So, when I try to speak a new language, one that has lots of complicated rules, that would involve a lot of mental gymnastics?
Yes, exactly. Let's hear some more examples.
To get a good score in a math exam, you need to be good at mental gymnastics.
This plan is too complicated, and I'm too tired for the kind of mental gymnastics I'd need to work it out.
An orchestra conductor needs to be good at mental gymnastics to work out what each musician should be doing.
You're listening to the English We Speak from BBC Learning English, and we're learning the expression mental gymnastics, which is a way to talk about your brain doing hard work.
There's actually another, more negative way that we use it. When people try to justify saying something that they don't really believe, we can say that they're doing mental gymnastics.
So when I tell my children not to use their phone so much, it takes some serious mental gymnastics to justify why it's still okay for me to use my phone so much.
Yes, it's hard work trying to come up with an excuse that you don't really believe.
I think we need to stop here, and you should go and write the next episode. That's going to take some mental gymnastics, isn't it?
Well, luckily, I'm full of energy today, so mental gymnastics won't be a problem.
Great. Bye.
Bye.
Hello and welcome to the English We Speak with me, Feifei.
And me, Rob.
So, Rob, it looks like you've forgotten again.
Forgotten what?
Would you like me to jog your memory?
We're going jogging?
No, Rob, but jogging your memory will help you remember what we were supposed to do. If we jog someone's memory, we do something to help them remember. So, look, I'm wearing running shoes and a tracksuit. Does that help you remember?
Oh, so you are going jogging?
No, I'm not going jogging. I'll tell you later, but let's hear some examples first.
The photo helped jog my memory, and I finally remembered the name of the restaurant we ate at. Let me jog your memory about what special day it is today. It's our wedding anniversary. Something she said jogged my memory about the thing I was meant to do after work.
In this edition of the English We Speak, we're learning about the phrase to jog someone's memory, which means to help someone remember something. And, Rob, I was hoping by wearing this sports gear you'd remember what we had agreed to do.
Was it go to the cafe? Go to a fancy dress party?
No.
Sorry, my mind is blank.
I'm dressed up like this because we agreed to go straight to the gym after this programme. I said come prepared so we don't waste any time.
Oh, did you? Oh, well, don't worry. I'll quickly go and get changed and you can finish the programme as we discussed.
As we discussed?
Yeah. Shall I jog your memory now? The words on the script?
Oh, yes. Join us again soon for another The English We Speak. Bye.
Bye-bye.